Who would have thought that the massive fire that engulfed Jin BTS's house would leave such a deep scar on so many people? The house that was supposed to be a place full of memories is now just black debris that is hard to even recognize. However, what's even more shocking is the fact that the photos of Jin and Jungkook together stored in the house were also destroyed by the fire. Nothing was left, including the special photo frame that meant so much to Jungkook. Jungkook's grief was compounded when he learned that in addition to the photos, his personal belongings in Jin's house, including his limited edition shoes and luxury clothing, had also been burned. However, instead of showing anger or disappointment, Jungkook did the unexpected. He cried. Not because of the loss of his belongings, but because he saw his best friend, Jin, having to face an ordeal of this magnitude. A source at the scene of the fire said that Jin was completely devastated, not expecting his house to burn to the ground. With a voice filled with guilt, Jin apologized to Jungkook for his belongings being burned. However, Jungkook's reply brought tears to many people's eyes. "Hyung, don't think about me. I just want you to be okay." Jungkook's statement is proof of how deep the brotherly relationship between BTS members is. Although he also lost something valuable, Jungkook did not want to add to Jin's burden of mind. Instead, he encouraged his brother to stay strong and build a better home in the future. However, one big question arose in many people's minds. Why wasn't Jungkook angry? Why was he so calm despite losing so many valuables? Would Jin BTS replace all of Jungkook's belongings? Jungkook chose not to make a big deal out of his burnt items. Here's why. In a difficult situation like this, some people might feel disappointed if their personal belongings fall victim to the fire. However, Jungkook proved that he is different. He refused to demand anything from Jin, even saying that the lost items were nothing to be concerned about. According to a HYBE staffer close to BTS, Jungkook has his own philosophy on life. To Jungkook, things can be replaced, but memories and friendships are more valuable. He knows that Jin is already burdened enough with this disaster, so he doesn't want to add to his brother's emotional burden. But is BTS's Jin really going to let Jungkook's loss go? A source mentioned that Jin has already started looking for ways to replace some of Jungkook's lost items. Although Jungkook didn't ask for it, Jin feels responsible. "I'll find a way to replace everything." Jin's words show how much he doesn't want his best friend to lose anything because of this disaster. But will Jungkook accept it? Jungkook's mom also came to the scene of the fire, wanting to know the real conditions. What is even more surprising is that it is not only Jungkook who feels deep sadness over this incident. Jungkook's mother also came directly to the scene to see the state of Jin, BTS's house, after the fire. She is said to want to make sure if there is anything left of the house. The arrival of Jungkook's mother immediately caught the attention of many people. This moment shows that the relationship between Jungkook and Jin's family is very close. Jungkook's mother was seen chatting with Jin for a long time, and some eyewitnesses said that she even patted Jin's shoulder warmly. "I know it's hard, but you have to stay strong." This remark touched many people. Losing a home is no small thing, and Jungkook's mom seemed to want to give Jin moral support so that he wouldn't feel alone in this ordeal. However, there was speculation. Did Jungkook's mom come because she wanted to make sure any of her son's belongings could still be salvaged? Some suspected that there might be something very precious to Jungkook stored in Jin's house, and she wanted to see if there was any hope of finding it. Unfortunately, as of now, there is no further confirmation on this matter. Clearly, the attention Jungkook's family is giving to Jin shows how close their relationship is. Jin BTS is still in a state of grief, but doesn't want to get too deep into it. Jin's current condition is far from good. Although he tries to keep smiling in front of everyone, many can see that he is still trying to contain his sadness. How could he not? The house full of memories is now gone. However, Jin is not the type of person who would constantly mourn. On several occasions, he said that he would soon get up and rebuild his life. "I don't want everyone to worry. I will get through this." This statement brought some relief to his fans. Jin showed that he has the mental strength to deal with this situation, even though in his heart, the hurt is still very much there. Now, another big question arises. What's next for Jin BTS? Will he rebuild his house right away? Or is he looking for a new place to live? Speculation has it that Jin will most likely choose to move to another location and start from scratch. However, this decision is still under consideration, and as of now, Jin is still not certain about his future. What is certain is that the support from those closest to him, including Jungkook and his family, has given Jin the strength to bounce back from this disaster. With all that has happened, one thing is clear. The bond between BTS members is more than just groupmates. They are a family that is always there for each other, even in the most difficult of times. It didn't take long for Jungkook to inform his mother about the disaster that befell BTS's Jin. After learning that Jin's house was gutted by a massive fire, a shocked Jungkook immediately contacted his mother. He told her how badly Jin's house was damaged and how his brother lost almost everything in a matter of hours. Jungkook's mother's response was truly shocking. Without thinking twice, she immediately got ready to meet Jin in person. She knew that Jin would need support, not only from his friends, but also from the family who had come to think of him as their own. But the big question is, how will Jin react when Jungkook's mom suddenly comes to see him? Will Jin accept a hug from Jungkook's mom, or will he try to stay strong without showing his sadness? Jungkook's mom went straight to see Jin, an emotional moment that left everyone speechless. After hearing the news from Jungkook, Jungkook's mom couldn't hide her sadness and sympathy for Jin. Wasting no time, she immediately set off for the scene of the fire, hoping to provide Jin with immediate support. When Jungkook's mother arrived at the scene, she immediately looked for Jin. She saw how the once magnificent house was now just a charred ruin. Eyewitnesses who were at the scene said that Jungkook's mother's face immediately changed when she saw the state of Jin's house, which was completely destroyed without a trace. However, what was even more touching was the moment when Jungkook's mother finally found Jin. With a face full of concern, she walked up to Jin, who was still trying to remain calm amidst the destruction around him. When they finally came face to face, without saying much, Jungkook's mom immediately spread her arms and hugged Jin tightly. The moment was heartwarming. Jin, who has been known as a strong person and rarely shows his emotions, finally couldn't hold back his feelings. He hugged Jungkook's mother back tightly, as if trying to hold back the tears that were about to fall.